Immediately dispose of used tissue. Wash hands properly with soap and running water. Cover your mouth when you sneeze and use an alcohol-based sanitizer. These are some recommendations by the WHO to stem the spread of COVID-19. One critical sector in these trying times is the cosmetology sector, with special focus on hair and barbering salons. Our reporter Beatrice Energy shares with us how salon operators are handling equipment in these trying times.
It's been over a week that Ghana recorded the first case of the coronavirus, and measures are being put in place by government and the World Health Organization to ensure that the disease does not spread. But one industry that has been overlooked is the cosmetology industry, the barbering salons and the ladies' salons. What are the measures being put in place to ensure that these industries do not spread the virus, and what measures are they taking to ensure that their customers are safe?
It is a common observation in salons: hair strands on the ground, used pieces of foam all over, combs, scissors and other equipment scattered. This was the case at some mini barbering salons I visited at Tudu. Barbers use a piece of foam to clean the clippers and then proceed to shave the customer's hair. There was no sterilization of equipment. Though there were sterilizing machines in all the shops, only one had a working sterilizer. An interesting spectacle caught my attention. Some barbers used lighters on the clippers for about 30 seconds before a haircut. I was told the fire from the lighter will kill any germ on the machine. Barbers were not in any gloves or even a nose mask. All customers at the time of my visit were not given any sanitizer. There was nothing like washing of hands, and all of this despite the caution about protection from COVID-19. My interaction with them showed they knew about the disease, so I inquired about their preparedness.
We are being extra careful so we don't get the virus. I clean my hands with rubbing alcohol.
We either use methylated spirits, which is more powerful than sanitizer.
Not all barbering salons were indifferent to the situation at hand. In some establishments, clippers and other equipment used on the hair are sterilized before use. Charles Apiabuatin operated a barbering shop for the past 20 years and admits that the safety of customers is important, especially in these times.
We sterilize it to prevent any other bacteria from one person to the other. It's very, very important. Even not aside the sterilization, but we actually spray it with this, how do you call it, clipper side. It also helps a lot to prevent that, yeah. So if it, actually, for instance, if this one doesn't work, this one actually will work.
It's been 10 years in the business for Elizabeth Amponsa. She says safety for her customers is a priority.
When I come to the shop, I spray all over the place before I start work. But if someone is coming to work too, if someone is coming to bar, I make sure I spray the person, everything before I start the work. So I'm very protective here. I protect even all the things. I spray everything. That's also for the machine. It's a sterilizer. This one too is also a sterilizer. This one is also a sterilizer. So I have 3 different types of sterilizers.
A customer spoke to GBC News.
Because of the virus, I have a particular places I have before the virus, and this is one of the places I normally do my hair.
Some ladies' hair salons were uneasy at our visit and didn't allow my cameraman to film or interact with them. Our conclusion was that perhaps they were not adhering to safety protocols. Madame Agatha is a hairdresser.
I boil water, add Dettol and shampoo to wash my towels and equipment.
The Ghana Standards Authority says all shaving machines should be kept in a sterilizer for at least 15 minutes after every shave. Madam Francisca Frimpong is a senior scientific officer at the Ghana Standards Authority.
I visit salons and I'm very cautious, okay? You know, one of the recommendations in this particular document is that you use a towel on someone, you don't use it on another person because it can transmit diseases, okay? However, we also recommend that you use a functioning sterilizing machine. You go to the barbering shops and you realize that most of the sterilizing machines are not functioning, okay? The regulator is to ensure that when they visit the barbering salons or the beauty salons, they should check and ensure that the sterilizing machines are functioning. Now, when you buy a sterilizing machine, there are directions for use. After a while, the UV bulb needs to be changed.
There are other forms of sterilizing the shaving machines and other salon tools.
We are looking at sensitizing the general public about the dangers of patronizing without sterilizing. And then out of that, we can get these service providers together and also teach them on how best they can sterilize their instruments for use. I have a particular example of a hair braider in Kaswa. I patronized once. She has several combs she uses. What she does is she boils the comb. So she has about 20 or 25 combs. She boils it. When she uses a comb on you, she doesn't use it on a different client. She has a container. She dumps a particular comb in that container and uses a different comb. So this is an example of some of the safe practices that can be used by the industry.
The Ghana Standards Authority says all in the cosmetology industry must adhere to laid down safety measures to keep customers safe. Health experts say these professionals owe it a duty to work under strict hygienic conditions and prevent the spread of the coronavirus. They also ask customers to be observant when seeking such services and insist that salon operators do the right thing at all times.